around 1953, most of the country, including Ohio, were in a grip of a drought. This drought had temperatures as high as 90. Now you got to remember that the aircraft controllers are looking for this thing. And back then they didn't have Doppler radar like we have today. So what they were looking for was a visual sign of this thing coming. And the only problem was that the sun was coming down, it was going down. And at the same time that, it was clouding up, and now this thing is approaching, and you have a lot of lightning flashes that are going on. So it seems like this thing is, there and then not there.
I remember the windows breaking out. I remember the Venetian blinds and drapes pinned to the ceiling. I remember that. I think they figure either I went through the wall or the wall fell on me, and it must have knocked me out.
Patina of green glaze over everything. If you see that green, thin glazed color over everything, you know something bad is on its way. Trees in the houses are all taking on a green glaze, a transparent glaze, so thin that you can look through it and see what's behind it.
Notification, whether it was on the radio or by word of mouth or something, that she had heard that there was a tornado coming. There were hailstones that start hitting, and the hailstones were as big as softballs.
I lived on 1444 West 85th Street. That's in Cleveland, and it's between Franklin and Detroit. Really large pieces of hail. And I ran down, I looked out the window, and I ran down the street to pick up some hail. And I can remember my mother yelling at me to come in the house, and I brought a piece of the hailstone in with us. And I can remember my mom distinctly saying, "Could have hit you in the head and killed you."
And that wind just hit. And I remember my grandfather and my dad and myself pushing on the door to try to get the front door closed when the storm hit. And they finally got it closed, the three of us, and we got it locked. What to do. It hit so fast. It seemed like forever. And then all of a sudden, with all the panic and everything, it came silent. It was over. It just happened as fast as it came, it left. With the electrical wires and so forth, So nobody slept the whole night. The kids were panicked. We were, your heart was in your throat the whole night.
A lot of people were hurt, injured, just trying to get away from this thing. If you can say anything about a disaster, is that in a city of this magnitude, it has a tendency to bring people together, no matter what your background is.